Greetings out there in YouTube land. This is Morrisman, and as always, I thank you guys for coming to my channel. At this particular time, I'm not quite sure what I'm going to entitle this video, but by the time you're watching it, it will have the appropriate title. I thought I would document this and post this in the event that something happens. And it's like, well, dang, he did talk about that, and how would he know? I'm just going to say what I've experienced, and I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to just leave it up to you guys to determine, or you make your assessment of what you think this might be. I would say for the last 3.5 years, since I moved into this house, a lot of weird shit. I mean, stuff that I can't just totally blow off as it's no big deal, or something didn't happen, or, I misplaced stuff. From day one, a lot of strange stuff's been happening. Stuff started missing. And I don't really let nobody in my house. And I know my wife ain't taking it, because some of the stuff that's missing, she never knew existed. So I'm like, where the fuck is my stuff going? And I had told my wife about it, and for the longest, she just kind of blew it off. Oh, you just misplaced stuff. Get out of here. Until some of her stuff started disappearing. And it would be stuff that I would have no reason to move or even pay any attention to it. And I'm going to just give you kind of a list of some stuff right quick, because it's affecting my cat too. It's extremely rare that when I do my videos in this room that my cat is in here. But for the last 3 days, my cat has not let me out of her sight. She follows me everywhere. I was in the washroom today. Get out of there. Stop that. I was in the washroom today and I closed the door. She came in. She never comes into the bathroom because she knows that that's where she get her flea bath. So she don't like water. Cats don't like water. So she stay away from the bathroom. But I'm just going to give you a quick rundown of some stuff. Hey. I was going to take her out of here before I started doing this, but like I told you, she just been my shadow lately because something has rattled her to the point where I can't shake her. Wherever I go, whatever room I go in, she follows me. And then she falls asleep on my foot. And I went out and spent like $20 on this big, nice, big animal bed. And she loves that bed. She sleeps in it. She plays in it. But for the last 3 days, she won't go near that bed. And she spent her time sleeping on my foot. Literally up under my foot, or underfoot as they say. So I'm just going to give you guys a quick rundown of some stuff. Because I'm one of them people, I like to think of myself as pretty well organized. I know where I put stuff. I know where it's at when I need it. I know what happened to it if it's no longer around, And like I said, since I moved here, the first thing that we're missing was one of my drum machines. And I know I had it in boxes. And I'm like, what? Where could have that happened or disappeared to? And my first thought was the movers got me. But I'm like, in order for them to have gotten me, this is what would have had to happen. Because when they moved me, it was kind of like this. They disappeared for like 30 minutes. I'm like, I hope they didn't move off, run out for our shit. And they told me that they had went to the gas station to gas up to take the truck to the new place. So I unloaded the stuff, put it in my my rooms. I'm going through a drum machine mess. I'm like, where's one of them, because I got many of them. I'm like, where's my drum machine? Never did find it. So I'm like, maybe I'm like, well, I know I didn't leave it at the other place because I didn't leave nothing there. You need to sit down or get out of here. Get on out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Get out of here. Excuse me for this. I'm trying to get her out of here. Come on out of here. Go. Okay, she left. Because like I told you, she's been my shadow for the last 3 days. Won't let me out of sight. So, drum machine went missing. I'm like, well, maybe I accidentally tossed it when we got here, which I highly doubt. So, all of a sudden, little things just started leaving. There was this DVD case that I had because I was buying bootleg DVDs from this guy. I just haven't had time to watch them. So I'm like, you know what? When I get around to it, I'll do that. So I put all of those DVDs in one little case. It was like 30 of them. And I'm just getting around to having a little time to myself. So I'm like, I'm going to relax for the next couple of days and watch a couple of these bootlegs. And I know where I kept it. I kept it in this room around my TV. It didn't leave this room. When I went to go get them the other day, because I'm like, I've been anticipating this for like almost a year, because I collected about 40 DVDs over a year's period that I bought from this guy that just didn't get a chance to watch them. Disappeared. I don't know. Where is that? I know she didn't take them. Ain't nobody else here to take them. It just disappeared. I searched this room from head to toe. Nothing. Went in the other room, searched it, and I know I never put it in there. Missing. And like I told you, my wife kind of thought that I was you just forgetful and just misplaced stuff and threw it out till her stuff started missing. And what first started missing on her end was in the kitchen on the counter, which I paid no attention to. She keeps the conditioner and the shampoo where she washes her hair in the kitchen sink, and she washes my hair in the kitchen sink. The next day she got up, she said, "Did you move the shampoo?" I'm like, "What shampoo?" She said, "The shampoo up there in the kitchen on the counter with the conditioner." I'm like, I didn't even know it was up there, because I don't pay attention to stuff like that. She looked and looked and looked. She looked in places where maybe it might have been. Then she looked in places where it shouldn't be just to make sure it's not there. Never found it. I said, "Well, maybe you accidentally threw it out." "No, I didn't throw it out because it was half full, both of them, so there'd be no reason for me to throw out." I'm like, now you know how I'm feeling, because I got stuff missing that I would have no reason to throw out. If I misplaced it, I would have found it, because I searched the entire place and I found no traces of this stuff. And here is one of the weirdest stories. Because, we can kind of chalk that off as to say, well, Morris man tripping. He just misplaced it and still haven't found it, or he just accidentally tossed it. But here's another story which is really strange. In the mornings when I get up to take her to the train station, I take the garbage out, and it was one bag and a box, empty box that she ordered something, took it out of there. So the box is there. And my thought process was, you say stuff in your mind as far as how you're going to do things. I said, well, I'm just going to take the bag of trash out right now. And then I'm going to come back to get the box, because the box kind of big. Instead of me struggling with the box in the bag, I just make 2 trips. And I took the garbage straight out to the garbage can in the front, because there was garbage night. So I put the garbage can out there that night before. So I gathered up the trash from that night before, to put it in the trash can. So I opened up the door, went out there with the bag of trash, left the box, went out there. I was gone less than 30 seconds. I come back, box gone. And my first thought was, my wife changed her mind and said I had to keep the box. So I went in there. I said, "So you keeping the box?" She's like, "What box?" I'm like, "The box that was out here." She said, "I didn't touch that box. I'm in here getting ready for work." Box went missing. The box went missing. And I'm like, I'm trying to make some type of sense of this. I'm like, well, this could have happened, which is highly unlikely. Somebody knew that was on the side of the house, because I didn't see nobody in my yard or around. They knew exactly the time I was coming out with trash. And when I went out to the trash can, which took me less than 30 seconds, they came in from the side of the house, came in the house, took the box, empty box, and then they went around the back again, disappeared. What are the chances of that? That's a ridiculous scenario. We never did find the box, because I went back out to the garbage. I'm like, well, maybe I did take it out. And I know I didn't, but I'm like, maybe I did, because it's not here. I went back out to the garbage can, no box. To this day, we don't know where that box went. It was an empty box. It was a big box. And I'm like, there's just some stuff I just can't, blow off or disregard, because I'm like, things I'm missing. They're nowhere to be found, and they're never found. When it comes to my music and the stuff that I've done, writer-wise, I get just about all that stuff. And the few items that I don't have, I know why I don't have them, because I put some of my stuff in my mother's house for storage when I was making the move from one state to another. I came back, one of my family members went in there and kind of helped themselves to these tapes. So I know where those tapes went, or I know what happened to those tapes. But when I get here, there was this particular song that I was going to remake. And I'm like, I can remake the music because I remember it off the top of my head, and I'm going to make it better. But I didn't remember the second and third verse because I told you out there throughout my songbook like an idiot. So I'm like, I got to find, the master so I can, recoup all these lyrics. Because anybody that writes know what I'm about to say. When you finally get the final product, mastered down to 2-track, prior to the final product, you got at least 3 drafts, usually more than that. You start off with a skeleton idea, then you build on it. Then, once you finish it, you give the singer a scratch vocal of it, and then he put his vocals on it. Then you got the master. Then you take the master and dump it down to 2-track. So within that chain, you should have at least 2, usually 3 to 4 versions of it as it's coming from infancy to a full-grown song. I went looking for this song. I couldn't find nothing. Can't find the master. I can't find the 2-track version. I can't find the scratch vocal. I can't find the skeleton idea that started it. And I'm like, and I went through all of the tapes that I had. I got over about 75. I went through all of them. I listened from A to B, from A side to B side. Well, actually, with the multi-track, it's just one side because when you do multi-track, so you don't have a flip side of the cassette. It takes in both sides. So just one side, and you can't, use the other side of the tape. So I went listen from the beginning to the end, all of them, from beginning to the end, from beginning to the end, all of them. Couldn't find nothing. Like I told you, I couldn't find the scratch. I couldn't find the skeleton version. I couldn't find the master. Couldn't find the 2-track version, the final product. So I'm going to end this video because I'm not going to really drag this out, but I just want to document this on tape as far as the stuff that's been going on here with stuff missing. Now, my theory is really hard to say because I don't know. I know there's no one else hiding in the attic or living in a closet or somewhere. When we leave, they come out. I know that that's not the case. Is it spiritual or ghost up in this piece? I don't know. But whatever it is, it's taking stuff. It's taking stuff. Because I posted a video a while back about when my mother passed away in 2005, how for like 3 months I'm sleeping and something taps me to the point where it scares and startled me out of my bed. I hit the ground. Now, sometimes when you dreaming, but I'm like, I know I'm not dreaming because I was physically touched. That's why my body reacted that way and fell out the bed, but I just, again, thought I would document this and post this in the event that something happens to me or something weird comes along and I've already pre-documented, what's been going on here as far as strange things, stuff missing. Just stuff missing. And I'm going to say this and then I'm going to end it. Like the last 3 days, this has been happening. Like I mentioned earlier, my cat, I bought her a big bed. She sleeps in it, love it. She won't get in that bed. I put her in and she jump out and run out that bed. Now she follows me from room to room. She sleeps on my foot. I can't go nowhere without her in tow. And I know cats follow you. I've had cats that, throughout the years that follow you, but not like this. And it's like, when she first came here, she was real small. And of course, I kind of was her substitute mom, and she was kind of following me. She's getting older now. And normally when they get older, they start to have a sense of independence to say, well, I don't need to be laying up you and following you all day long now, because I'm past that stage. It's like she's digressing. And that's kind of odd because I've never had that happen. Again, I kid you not, she follows me everywhere I go now. And it's weird, it's just weird. And again, I just thought I would, post this to just document this because I know the chances of me and my wife combined, we just forgetting and not having stuff where we thought we was and we threw it out. Like, what are the chances of that? That 2 different people are having stuff missing. But there it is. You draw your own conclusion. Because I do believe that there's some spiritual stuff going on that humans, quote unquote, don't know about. But we think that we know everything. We think that we're the only ones in this big, vast universe. We think that we're the only ones who have a sense of highly intelligence. You know, we're the only ones. That's a joke. Till next time, take care.